In this video, our goal is to get to a 16.2 volt, 58 farad capacitor bank from a 160 volt multiple capacitor bank. Just imagine this right here is full. When you get your capacitor bank, you may notice there's a cable running from the positive to the negative terminals. This is just to indicate that they are completely discharged. Feel free to check for yourself. Okay? Now you will learn how to do it. I took a Dremel and cut it. That's basically it. You could see the traces for the copper, and I said, oh, look, it looks like it's in series. Plus the balancing resistors. Passive balancing resistors, so I get rid of those later. So just cut them, and they're in series. That's the short of it. So you could be done now. Okay, so what I'm using is a diamond Dremel thing, diamond wheel. We are cutting through copper. A little, the traces are made out of copper, so we are cutting through metal. I got this diamond when I was cutting solar panel cells or solar cells with them, so that's why I got that. Though I'm not entirely convinced that you need a diamond one, just the metal one, I guess, because you're going to be cutting through copper. So the strategy I went for was first doing a very light pass over the guideline, just to have a little groove, so then I could go later with more fury and force. Just a very light and as straight as possible on your guideline, so then you could have a straight line. And then you do multiple passes until you cut. So the reason I got this whole capacitor bank was because it was $200 with shipping. And I could have just got one capacitor bank for about 60 bucks. But here I get 10. So why not? So it's 10 by 6. So it's 60 capacitors, 350 farads each, 2.7 volts max. So you do the math. See? If you could. Oh, beautiful. You're going to notice that there's a little bit of that. That's because they put a liquid conformant. They dipped it in liquid conformant. So, like, the capacitor here and here were glued together, so it peeled off some of the wrap. You know what I mean? Picking up when I'm laying down. You just need to look over, make sure you didn't nick the bottoms, but I made sure just, kind of floated on top. And you could feel it when it's not giving you resistance, so that's when you want to not push in further. At least in my situation. Okay, and then to add our terminals, we're gonna want to sand with some sandpaper. I know, judge me, all right? Here we go, some sandpaper until we get the copper, until we get the bare copper. Yeah. Okay, I'm just afraid of over sanding it, so that's why I'm finishing it off with the sandpaper. Just like this. Look at that. Beautiful. Saving lots of time. I think. I don't know. You do your thing. This is how I'm doing it. This is going to be for the balance leads. Right? Makes sense. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Alright, so the next step I'm going to do is remove the balancing resistors. Here is what I believe is a 10,000 ohm balancing resistor. What it does is shorts the positive and the negative side, so it allows a little bit of current to flow through. So when the capacitor is not being charged, it is continuously being discharged until there is no more voltage potential. Okay, this is what we remove, what I recommend removing. So then you could have complete control over your capacitors. Get some isopropyl alcohol and just dab it on there. I don't know what that does, so you figure it out. I might need a little more heat. Maybe 700 was my temperature. I cranked it up a bit. You heard that? That was the sound of multicity. Okay, now here's the fun part. You get this, and you want the tin on there to melt before you start putting it in there. Or else it looks like it's gonna be encased. Plus this thing has to like conduct. Here I'm holding the wire on the top of the soldering iron and leaving the molten puddle on the bottom of the soldering iron. This allows the heat to collect on the wire before placing it in the puddle so it could all just melt together. Something like that. And then you just make sure you don't burn yourself here. Just, there we go. That was a lot of heat, right? Perfect. Hold it there until it solidifies. And there you go. This is the negative side, and this is the positive side. You can tell it's the positive side because the outer are connected there. Unlike here, where you can see there's a dark circle around that terminal, which means it's not connected. Because this would usually be positive, but instead we see here the negative is connected. Where unlike, let's see this one, like these, see these dark circles. Dark circles are not connected. So you look at the diagram for your capacitor, and you will find what is what. In my case, there's little positives on the outside, indicating that the outside terminals are positive and the middle one is negative. Okay, good, happy. All right, so I'm going to charge my capacitor here. I'm going to enter my loaded save. It's a nickel cadmium setting. I have it at 11 volts. It goes over. Why? I don't know. It's just... All right, so we're going to be charging. And we're going to be monitoring the voltages. So here we go. How we're going to be able to check is hopefully not by short circuiting. Let's do that. Yeah, that's going to stop there. Okay. Total capacity 14.8 volts. First cell 2.48. Second 2.49. Third 2.46. Fourth 2.45. Fifth 2.43. Sixth 2.46. So they're all well balanced. Please be careful when working with capacitors. Make sure they are completely discharged before doing anything with them. When charging capacitors, they are live and any short circuit may cause a fire, lots of heat, an explosion, or bodily harm. I have them wrapped up here in electrical tape. These are 4 modules, and I have the balance leads all poking out.